Bon dia everybody, and welcome to our off-grid Kinta, and Bom Ano, as we say. That's Happy New Year. And this is just going to be a short, I hope, just to give you a quick update. We're very conscious of the fact that we haven't put any content out for a while, because we don't feel that there's enough content really. I mean, it's not. We just don't think there's enough to show you. Not because we're not busy. We are busy, but it's just usual routine stuff which we don't think's worth putting out there. We're not. It's not. We're not looking for clicks or subscribers. We've just done this to keep family and friends informed of what we're up to, and other people put out quite a lot of content, and it's really good and interesting and well worth a watch. But Leanna and I don't think we're in that camp. Not that we're precious or artistically inclined. We just don't think it's worth putting out there. Anyway, that said, I'm going to show you what we've done. There's the guest bathroom, solar shower in there. Guest tent. Now this is a replacement guest tent, because the other guest tent that we had for the summer for family and friends that visited us started to ship an awful lot of water. Now we think it's because of the UV that's knackered up all the, well, it's just UV. I mean, this material feels completely different to the one I'm just about to show you. But this one also ships water in here in the sock for the wood stove. So we've had a huge amount of rain, as most people in Portugal will testify to. We've had an awful lot of rain, and even this tent's shipping a little bit of water, but it's manageable. It just drops on the floor there. It comes out of that sock for the chimney, and it's coming in there. So today we've got a lovely day. There's quite a bit of heat in that sun, so hopefully we can air it out and kick on. We put another make-do kitchen here, because the last gazebo we had, all my days, it just collapsed with all the water, the sun on it. And it was only from Alfred's when we came here last year. We bought a little gazebo, but it just couldn't withstand anything anymore. It was just like tissue paper. And I put this wood store up and a shade cloth during the summer, which helped, but it's all the wind, it's just torn it, which is fine. And this is the old guest bedroom tent. I don't know if you can see the different colours, but oh my days. I just put it up to dry because I thought I might be able to rescue bits and pieces of it, but I don't think so. So we're just gonna have to bin it, which is a shame really. And the only other thing we could do, which was Leanna's suggestion, is where we've got this tent here, build a shelter over it using a lot of eucalyptus that we've got. Just build a frame, put some purlin rails down, and then put some of these tin sheets over it, just to give it protection against the extremes of the weather. So that might be worth a coat of looking at. This is wood for the fire, and the other thing I want to show you, not the contents of the dome, because again, with all the dust and the sand and the rain, it turns the windows into a bucking nightmare. Anyway, that said, and a lot of people said at the time, oh, you'll roast in the summer. Yeah, we roasted. We really did. So here, I'm sorry about the hand shaking and the speed of the camera. Some of you might get nauseous. So I've dug some post holes out. 3 at this end, near the bay window. And then 1 I'm going to put here. And then get some sailcloth. As long as it goes above the top of the bay, hopefully that will help reduce the extreme temperatures from the sun and the glare. Fred's shouting his head off. There's lots of raposa round here of late, and I think the reason for that is we have chickens. We bought half a dozen chickens September, just for fresh eggs, and we let them range around and clear the place, and yeah, it's great. They're great things to have. Really inquisitive, quite funny. I enjoy watching them. So I'm about to let them out. Hey Fred, what's up, mate? Hey, what's the matter? What can you see? What can you see, Fred? Hello, mate. What's up? What's wrong, mate? Good boy. Good boy, Fred. There's the chickens. I'm trying to keep the camera as steady as I possibly can, because I know some of you feel a little bit nauseous. I've got it on a selfie stick, but it's only my phone I'm using, so I try and keep it as steady as I can. What we have, again, this big lavada here was in full spate for quite a while. The tank over there is brimming. It's full to overflowing, and has been for some time. And one of the things that we've noticed is this rain doesn't stop the vegetation from growing. It stunts the growth of the vegetables, but it doesn't stop the vegetation from growing. So at some point, when it hopefully dries out a little bit, I'll get down here with a strimmer and give it a good coat of looking at. So we've got plants growing, vegetables, garlic, chard, brassicas, more cabbage, garlics. More curly kale, garlic, chard, garlic, carrots. So again, there's quite a bit of heat in that sun, so hopefully it'll encourage it to grow a little bit. That's been running for weeks, as has the top tank up there, which is all good. I just got to get my head round. Oh, yeah, I've just got to get my act together and try and store a lot more of it rather than just let it pass through and then run down through the tributaries to the lake. we cleaned this out in the summer, Patrick and I. So, and it's been running all year, even in the dry summer we had. Sorry, got you right in the light. It's a lovely space we've got, it really is. We are so grateful. We just got to keep on top of it, I suppose, like everybody else has. They were their own respective properties, you know. But oh boy, did it rain! Just at the back of us, along this line here, there's a big lavada. Is, and all last year in the winter, it was as dry as anything. However, hopefully you can hear it, and I'll take you down to where it comes onto, well, it's still on our property, but where it then runs off our property and down the tributary. Again, I'm sorry about the shaking. I'm trying to keep my grip on the greasy grass. So that's our bottom tank, and then over there is the other lavada that comes down there and then all runs down there into the lake eventually. It's about 4 or 5 kilometres away, and that lake, I mean, Lake Cabril was desperate for water in the summer, but it's absolutely brimming now. Look at that big nest up there. It's been abandoned. That's a big one. So what we've got to do, we started pruning the olive trees. Unfortunately, the rain beat us to it, so we had to abandon it. But I've got another 2, 4, 6, 7, 8, 9. I've got another 9 olive trees to cut back within the next couple of weeks, according to Bordagua, which is the Portuguese almanac. You can pick them up from any sort of news agents or news outlet for €3. They're really good because it gives you an idea of when to cut things back, when to prune, when to heavy prune, when to plant out. And it was Leanna that found it. And it's a really good thing. I mean, for €3, it's brilliant. Again, some of our fruit trees hardly had any, and I suppose that's most people's complaint this year. Well, yeah, because of the summer we had, lack of water. So hopefully this year we'll have a better harvest. The sun's lovely, you know. It really is. It's gorgeous and warm. Just the right temperature for me. Very comfortable. So, it looks like on this terrace that we've almost nearly fettled the fern from coming up. There's a lot of rooting going on with the pig, the javeli, That's all right. They've been in a lot longer than we have. We've got some fires to have as well to get rid of all the rubbish. You can't see it from here. But up in the pine trees, you've got the telltale signs of the processional caterpillar. Bless them. I'm going to have to do something with them as well. So all this terrace that I'm on now was 1.5 to 2 meters high with fern, fetush, and because we've been keeping on top of it, we've got grass coming through, we've got other small plants coming through. I don't know what they are. I ain't got an idea what they are, but the chickens seem to enjoy it. So the chickens have a go at it. So along here, this is where the chickens have been scratching and rooting around, which is great because it keeps it all down. And the byproduct obviously is nitrogen right into the ground. So here we are. Hello ladies. Hello ladies. ¿Qué pasa? ¿Qué pasa? So the white one is pumpkin, and we've got toast, Merrill, knob. The big one there is Sal, and the one to the left, oh sorry, that's toast. That brown one there is Nugget. So I'm just going to let them out. Come on. Come on. Come on then. Get Sal. Short for salmonella. Our children named him, so that's what you get when you give them free rein. But the chickens happy enough. They get to range around the place, produce eggs with no cockerel, so we just get nice, good eggs. And that's what we want. That's what we wanted. So we had somebody here a couple of weeks ago having a look at this ruin, and I mean, Leanna and I jumped from one idea to the other, but eventually we'd like to get this ruin renovated. So along the wall plate here, if we just lift it another 200 to 300 millimeters, 20-30 centimeters, so that these doorways are at least 2 meters high rather than what they currently are, about 1.5 meters, and then tie that wall back in and put a new lintel over that doorway, so that we have a cellar and then we have a first floor. The idea was, maybe still is, to have the first floor as the cozinha, kitchen, the basement as the root store, just a cold storage area, and then just additional storage rooms, and then rehome the chickens somewhere down on one of the terraces, or where the guest tent is, put another dome there, but then have the bay window facing northwesterly, so that we look down into our property. So we had a geezer, a bloke come, a local builder come and have a look. He says he was going to give us an osimento, an estimate. So we're just waiting for that to drop. and then we'll see. Because it's a nice space. Just want some clearing out. You can see the ledge where the floor was previously. But fire and years of not being lived in, just want sorting out. It looks sturdy enough. That's my professional opinion. It looks alright, and it's been sat there for a good few years, so you know it doesn't seem to have moved much. And the only thing that's the problem is, as you can see, the doorway, because the original lintel was burnt out, so yeah, there's always bound to be something happening. Anyway, we're all right, and we really are grateful to you that have asked how we're doing. Are we okay? Yeah, we're okay. We really are okay. As I said at the top, that we just don't think it's there's you know, we just don't think there's enough to keep you interested. I mean, if we were doing something different, then we would show it, but it's just day-to-day routine of living off grid. Yeah, we've both got really fed up of the rain. We needed it, of course we needed the rain. Goodness knows we needed the rain. But we were just sat in the dome, fire on, reading, researching, bouncing stuff off each other, ideas, good ideas, not so good ideas. Composter. So the one on the right is from last year. The one on the left is what we're currently using. So next year we get to use all that goodness in there, all our pee and poo. So I knew it'd be good for something. So that can go on the vegetable plots. And well, we did have an idea, and it's still a good idea that we're working on, or thinking about, not working on. Oops, sorry. I do apologise for the handshaking. I'm doing my best. I'll get my head kicked in from Liana. So this little terrace here, and then the wall there, and then the other terrace there, up through that gap there, that's where all the rainwater comes from the asphalt road, which is about 400 or 500 metres through the woods, and it's about 70-80 metres higher than what the invert of that our little track is there. So we get all the water, and all it does, it just runs through here, runs onto there, and then down this big lavada. So the idea is to somehow, I don't know if you can see it, round this side of this castagnera, is build this wall up, I don't know, maybe a metre and a half, something like that. Excavate this out, and what we come out of there, put it on this barrage here, and then there's the existing wall there, clean all that out there, so that we're retaining quite a lot of water. I reckon about 100,000 litres of water, something like that. So then if we do get another dry summer, which is every chance we will, being in a Mediterranean country, you know, we've got rainwater to irrigate the plants, the veggies, the fruit trees and things like that. What else have I got to show you? Oh, yeah, I'm walking with the camera, so I'm trying to walk, I'm slipping, sliding. So yeah, because there was, I don't know if you can see it, here on the back of this castagnere, there's the remains of a wall. It might just be that high, but if we excavate this out and make it this wall here nearly as high as the top of that track there, I mean the capacity in here is be huge, and the water that's passed us by, you know, we could retain it. That's the plan anyway. And then put in a put in a little outfall halfway up the wall, or nearly at the top of the wall, just to allow water out, like a compensation water, to run down the lavada. I've got you right in the sun. And then down into the sistema. Oh, I don't know if you can see it from there. I'll go to the other side. Right at the top of that pine tree, there's one of them procession caterpillar nests. Processional caterpillar nests. They do eventually kill the pine trees off. So, what to do? What to do? I'm not getting up there. So this video will be very, very raw, because I ain't got Leanna here to edit it. But I don't know if you can see it. There, you can see it there, look. Oh, there. That blob on that tree. Processional caterpillar. Bless him. So, what we're going to do with them. So we've got peas on the green netting. All the sorts of vegetables growing under the other nets. Anna's got lots of seeds. And peppers and chilies in the stufa, the tunnel. I have to say, those oranges on that tree there are absolutely delicious. They're not that sweet, but they're delicious, and I like them like that. Not too sweet, they're lovely. So I'm not going to go in there. Where am I going? I'm going here. So we've got chard, lettuce, sprouts, garlic, onions, carrot, more chard, peas, more peas, onions, fava beans, and then that's the top tank, the full tank. It's just overtopping the wall because there's that much water in the ground now. So, well, that's all right. I'll take you down here because we had our friend Tadosh here the other day and we had a break in the rain. Showed Leanna how to prune these vines along this trellis and along that wall there. So the other one of our very earliest videos when we first landed here, this again was so high with fern and that we spent an awful lot of time clearing it. And then I asked one of the villagers with his tractor and his it's not a plough and whatever, well it is a plough actually. He came and went about 450 deep, yeah, 450 mil deep, and turned it all over, so all the, what's the word I'm looking for? Yeah, the roots to the fern, the rhizomes, pulled them all up. So, and then Leanna and my sister Anne put a load of ryegrass seed on here with some lupins. So, yeah, hopefully that'll do the trick. There's the other ruin, which, you know, we really aren't too bothered about that right now because we've got, you know, we've got enough on our plates with getting our little setup going and getting established. And that's it. We're okay. Leanna's in the UK at the moment because it's little Brianna's first birthday, so that's Leanna's first granddaughter. So she's over in the UK and she's probably enjoying the time away as well. So that's good. You know, when the sun's out and it's like this, it's absolutely beautiful. It really is. We're so grateful. It's such a beautiful spot. It's very peaceful. Apart from when Fred starts shouting and bawling at foxes and deer and pig and whatever else is on here. But that's alright. Good dog. And that's where we are. Again, there's nothing to show you. There's lots of clearing to do, as that just don't stop. There's lots of planning, like this bit down here where we had the base camp when we first got here. You know, instead of just using bits and pieces of ground to put vegetables in, the plan is to fence it all off and then make decent sized vegetable plots, either raised beds or non-raised beds, just to see what grows and what, you know, what will keep us going without having to rely on going out and buying it. So this bit here, so it runs along that little lavada, the fence, and round, if you can see it. So much for doing a short, eh? Typical Yorkshireman. Why say one word when thousands would suffice? So yeah. So the little checkout is the overflow, the original overflow, which it's working, but so is the rest of the wall. And you won't think I cleaned this out during the summer, desilted it, and just look at it, man. Just look at it. But that's all right, you know. There's lots of newts in here as well. Lots and lots of newts, frogs. Seen quite a few tadpoles. And that's good. It keeps it oxygenated because it's passing through. So the idea is, where the trees are, put a fence on the inside of those trees, along there, and then just establish a vegetable garden down here, interspersed with possibly fruit trees, fruit canes, whatever. So that's the plan. So this is one of the raised beds we put in. So that'll be ready to go soon when the moon's in the right position. As I said, that's what Leanna got, this Bordagua, yeah, Bordagua. It's the local almanac, or the Portuguese almanac planting and pruning and doing things with the season, with the moon. So that's what we're doing. Anyway, I'll leave it at that. We are okay, and I keep repeating that. But if you want, you can like, subscribe, comment. Comments are always good because they're almost invariably they're helpful. Here's the chickens, look, having a hell of a time. I wonder if they'd work any more efficient if I gave them a shovel. That was a joke, by the way. Anyway, that's us. Till Ogo.